Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Adelia Puspa Savitri and my student ID number is 230204015. So in this video, I'm going to present my lesson plan for my ICT on Language Learning course. Okay, so this is my lesson plan. So this lesson plan is designed for 12 grade students, which focusing on news item text, and this is using problem-based learning. And the core problem here that students will solve in this lesson is how can we distinguish real news and also fake news. And this lesson will take 90 minutes with only one meeting. So yeah, let's talk it in more detail. Okay, so these are the learning outcome and also the learning objectives from this lesson. The main learning outcome for this lesson is that by the end of the meeting, students are able to critically analyze and evaluate news item text to distinguish real from fake news and propose practical tips for reading news critically. And then this outcome is broken down into 5 specific learning objectives, which follow Bloom's taxonomy from C1 to C6. And for the first learning objective, this is C1, which is remembering. So students are given two pictures of news headlines and must identify which is more trustworthy and give one short reason. And this activates students' prior knowledge. And then the second objective is C2, which is understanding. So through teacher-guided discussion, students explain the social function, structure, and language features of a news item text. And then the third one is C3, or applying. So in groups, students apply their understanding by completing a worksheet that compares one real and also one fake news text. And the fourth objective, this is C4, which is analyzing. So students will analyze the key aspects that distinguish real from fake news, identifying at least two differences with evidence. And then the last one, or the last learning objective, this is C6, or creating. So this is the highest level. Here, students will produce a set of 3 to 5 practical tips on Padlet, with each tip focusing on a different aspect of credibility, such as checking the source, analyzing language, or verifying evidence. And as you can see, the objectives split from the very basic, like C1, remembering, to creating a new product, which is the Padlet post. Okay, now here we move to the learning activities. So I divide the learning activities into three main categories. The first one is introduction activities, which will take 5 minutes, and then the core activities will take 80 minutes, and the closing activities will take 5 minutes. So it's 90 minutes in total. For the introduction activities, so it's like the usual class. So the teacher will greet the students and then say hi, and then praying and also taking attendance. And then now we move to the core activities. So the core activities is 80 minutes in total. So it's already using the 5 steps of problem-based learning. So the first step here is students orientation on problems, which will take 5 minutes. So here, I begin by asking trigger questions such as, have you ever seen or heard Hawk News? And then, what is Hawk News? And then I also display 2 headlines on the screen, one real and one fake. And I will also ask students which one they trust and why. So here, I will show you the example of the picture that I will show to the students. So this one is the real one, and this one is the fake one. So they need to choose which headline would you trust more and the reason why. So I already put these two pictures on the Canva or on the my slides. And then after that, after they already choose, I will emphasize that hoax headlines often try to shock or create emotion, while read headlines are neutral and factual. And I think this step will orient students to the problem without giving them the solution yet. And then now we move to the second step, which is organizing students for learning. It will take 20 minutes. So here, students start to form groups consisting of 4 to 5 people each. And then as a teacher, I will distribute the worksheet. Then I lead a brief discussion about the social function, generic structure, and language features of this item text using a short example. And I also ask guiding questions like what is the purpose of this text, and then which part tells what happened, what are the action verbs and saying verbs. And after the discussion is done, then I will conduct a short quiz to check their understanding before they start group work. This short quiz will be conducted using Kahoot. And then for the next step, this is third step, guiding students individual and group investigation. It will take 20 minutes. So now in this step, students will work in their groups on the worksheets. And then the worksheet has 4 parts, and let me show you the worksheet. The worksheet is here. Oh, wait. Okay, so here I already provide 2 texts, text A and also text B. And this worksheet has 4 parts. The first part is part A, identifying the main idea and credibility. So the students asked to identify the main idea and credibility of 2 texts, 2 news item texts. And then part B, they need to analyze the text structure and also language features. And then the part C, or the third part, they need to check source credibility by using this fact check guide. And then for the last one, this is drawing conclusions and also giving solutions. And then after that, here I will walk around the classroom and also provide assistance. And students can also use online resources to fact check the news text. And then here we move to the step 4, developing and presenting the work, which will take 20 minutes. Okay, so here we will have class discussion to check answer for part A, B, and C. So this one, identifying, analyzing, and also checking source credibility. And then after that, I will call on different groups to share their answers, and other groups respond whether they agree or not with their answers. And then for part D, question number 2, each group will post their critical reading tips on Padlet. And here I already provide the Padlet link on bit.ly be a news detective. And each group must post 3 to 5 tips, and each tip must focus on a different aspect of credibility. For example, on tip about checking the source, another tip about analyzing the language, another tip about verifying evidence. And after all groups have posted, then I will display I will display the Padlet on the screen and ask the groups to volunteer and to present their tips for 2 minutes each. And then after that, this is the last step of the PBL or problem-based learning, analyzing and evaluating the process of problem solving. This will take 15 minutes. So after the presentation, here the teacher will conduct short reflection discussion. So I will ask question like, what was the hardest part, and then which tip do you think is the most useful? And I will also summarize all the findings and clarify the best strategies for identifying real and also fake news. And finally, we go to the closing activity. So it will take 5 minutes, as I mentioned before. So here I will close the lesson by collecting all the worksheets and then summarizing the lesson, and then praising the students and also saying goodbye to them. And here I also already provide the teaching materials on the attachment. Like all of the teaching materials here, I already put it on my Canva slides here. Like the example, the fact check guide that I use for the worksheet. And then here I also already provide the link, for example, Canva link or slide-based media link. And then the pictures, these two pictures already included in the slides and also printed worksheet. And you can access the link from here. And I also already provide the link for the Padlet. And here is the answer key of the printed worksheet. This one is the appearance of the Kahoot quiz, understanding news item text. So I don't put the link here because once I start the quiz, then the pin will be always different. Then I decided to only screenshot the appearance of it and also put all the questions here and also put the answer key. And now I will start to demonstrate the two main ICT tools that I use in this lesson. So my two ICTs are Padlet, this one, and also Kahoot quiz. Okay, let's go to Padlet first. So this is the appearance of the Padlet. I already set the title and also the instruction here. And here, the students, like each group, they simply, if they want to post their answer or their tips, they simply click the plus button here. And then they simply write, for example, their group, the names of their group, for example, group 2. And then they need to write their members and then the tips. And then just write entry. And wait. And click published. Oh, wait. So group 2, done. So here, this is student's post. So from here, I can see all the answers and I can display it on the screen on a projector in the classroom. And the reason why did I choose Padlet is because it allows real-time collaborative posting, and all groups can post at the same time, and everyone also can see everyone else's answer immediately. And I think it will be more fun for students. And after all groups already posted in this Padlet, I can give feedback directly, either on this post, on each post, or directly in the classroom. And for the assessment, I use the Padlet post as the product for the scale aspect, which is worth 50% of their final grade. And then let's move to the Kahoot quiz. So this is the Kahoot quiz. It has 7 questions, and the answer key is already available there. Let me show you the example of the question. For the first one, it's like, what is the main social function of news item text? And then the options are to entertain, to describe, to inform, to tell personal experiences. And the answer is to inform readers about important events. And then, for example, a strong earthquake struck West Java on Tuesday morning. Which part of a news item text does this sentence represent? And the options are headline, background event, newsworthy event, and source. And the correct answer is newsworthy event. And I also write questions about action verb, saying verb. For example, this one, the minister said the policy would support small business. Which word is a saying verb? Said, policy, minister, or support, and the answer is said. So, the reason why I choose Kahoot is because again it provides immediate feedback, because after each question answered or after each question done, I will know how many students that answer it correctly, so that it can be a tool for me to, to make several improvement if the total or if the number of the students that answer correctly is not that big. I mean, it's only, for example, like if in classroom they have 25 students, and then only 5 students or 10 students that answer it correctly, then I need to do improvements either in the way I teach, or maybe in the way I deliver the materials, or the content of the material itself. And since this Kahoot is like a game, yeah, it's I think it will make students be more engaged with the lesson, because it's like competition. So it makes learning fun and also competitive. And then we move back to the lesson plan. So the last part that I will explain to you is the assessment technique. So there are 3 aspects that I assess here. The first one is attitude or participation. The second one is knowledge or understanding, and also the skill. And then here is the percentage of each aspect. Attitude, this will be taken from the teacher's observation, and this is 15% of the final grade. And then knowledge, this is taken from the group worksheet. This is worth 35% of the final grade. And then skill Padlet, I mean skills taken from the Padlet project. This is worth 50%. So in total, it will be 100%. Okay, and here I already provide the rubric for each aspect. Let's go to the first rubric. So this is for the attitude or teacher's observation. So here I observe students during the lesson and rate them on 5 indicators. The first one is cooperation, responsibility, discipline, respect, and also active participation. And each aspect is scored 1 to 4. And then the second one is knowledge. So it is taken from the group worksheet. And the worksheet here is scored 100 in total. So here, the part A, the main idea and also credibility. is worth 20 points. And then part B, text structure and language features, is worth 30. And then part C, credibility checklist, is worth 30 also. And part D, number one only, is worth 20. So it will be 100 points. And then for the skill or Padlet product, I assess four aspects here: content quality, relevance and usefulness, completeness, clarity of ideas, and also engagement and original thinking. And each aspect is scored 0 to 4. So for a maximum um, points is 16 points. And then I convert it into percentage. So here, the final score is calculated as attitude score times 0.15 plus knowledge score times 0.35 plus skill score 0 times 0.15. So students who scores 85 to 100, they are excellent. 70 to 84, they are good. 55 to 69, they are fair. And below 55, needs improvement. So yeah, I think that's all from me. That's all about my lesson plan. So to conclude, basically it's about problem-based learning for 12th grade student with phase F. The topic is about news item tags, and the ICT tools that are used in this lesson are Kahoot and also Padlet. Padlet is for sharing ideas together, like collaboration with their friends, and Kahoot is for short quiz. So this is for formative assessment. Okay, so I think that is all from me. Thank you very much for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.